Star, I'm really sorry, but I couldn't leave Lambview without telling James the real reason I broke up with him.
The real reason?
His father made me an offer I couldn't refuse, and I made the mistake of taking it.
Meaning what?
As long as I can remember, I've been searching for my biological mother. But because of some mix-up with the records, the only person who could help me was this one lawyer. James's father found him, but he wouldn't give me the guy's information unless I broke up with James. So I did.
Eddie wanted to keep his cash cow. I get it, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you ever find your mother?
Not yet. The lawyer, he wants 20 grand before he'll help me.
And that's why you're so desperate for cash?
Yeah, that's why. You probably don't know what it's like to wonder who your mother is. To see what she looks like, what it'd be like to talk to her. How it would feel to have her arms around you. I keep thinking if I could just find her, I feel like a whole person. Star, I never had a family. And that's all I ever wanted. You can understand that, can't you?
Are you leaving because you're afraid that you're going to slip up and say something that you don't want me to know?
No. Should I stay? You won't end the night any closer to knowing who shot your ex-husband than you are now. But you might learn something else. Something you don't want to know.
What might that be?
That we could actually be good together. What do you say, Blair? You willing to take that chance?
What? What, is there some reason that Uncle Tomas would want to hurt Dad?
Mija, Detective McBain asked me about Tomas.
About what happened to Dad?
He had some suspicions. Nothing concrete, so I did what any good lawyer would do. I snooped.
Oh, okay, and?
Nothing. Your uncle swore to me on your grandfather's grave that he had nothing to do with shooting your father, and I believe him.
You believe him?
Uh-huh.
So you don't think that he's the person that dropped that syringe?
Since we're putting our cards on the table, I want you to know that I have been warned to steer clear of you.
By my sister.
John McBain.
Of course.
I trust him. Last man he told me stay away from was Elijah Clark, and that man nearly killed me.
And yet here you are taking your life into your hands with a man you think may have shot your ex-husband.
Thank you. Your friend, Monsieur Calmar, thinks that I might just break your heart.
An inauspicious beginning at best. I tell you what, can we just put all that aside and see what happens?
I think that's a fine idea. I'm willing to take that chance.
You're right. I feel very lucky to have my mom in my family.
That's why Dina missed her bus, Star. Because she had to get all this off her chest.
I couldn't let James go on thinking I meant to hurt him.
Oh, I get it. You came to Lambview to find James, to tell him what his dad did to you, and you thought that you two would get back together. Am I right?
Yes, that is exactly what I thought.
Came all the way out here to ask Marty about a missing tape?
That's what Marty says.
All right then, time for you to leave. John didn't come here to chat with you, he came here for dinner with me. Make yourself at home, you know where stuff is, put on some music.
Thanks.
Stop interfering. John left Natalie because he thought Brody was the father of her baby. I'm not gonna have him running back to her because I tell him the truth. Not when I'm so close to getting him back.
Lieutenant McBain's too smart not to realize you're hiding something. Whether you tell him or not, that man is going to find out about his son.
I just can't believe we didn't see it.
You guys are great parents. You know what? And I asked you to be Liam's godparents because I have the utmost faith in the two of you, and you're doing the right thing. You're getting Shane to therapy. You're doing what you need to do.
Like stealing his recording of his first therapy session.
Listen, any parent in your situation, I think, would probably want to do the same thing. You're just trying to protect your son, and honestly, I think it's right for you to borrow that tape.
Yeah, but listening to this tape means I'm betraying Shane's privacy. But before, we didn't even have a clue that he was being tormented so badly that he couldn't see a way out.
We wanted to make sure that it wouldn't happen again, you know? Can we?
You need to do what you feel is right. I mean, listen, I know my moral compass has been shot to hell, but if it were my son and there were info about him on that tape, I'd listen to it. And I think I have an idea to get you the answers that you need.
Even though I was thinking James and I could get back together, I respect that he's with you now. It's great to see him so happy. That's all that matters to me. And I just needed you to know that I loved you. And I didn't mean those terrible things I said.
Why don't we try this again?
Try what?
Finding a way to get you back to Dayton. James and I can drive you to the bus station, and then we can get on with our date.
I really screwed up when I told her I thought he dropped that needle. I didn't even see anything.
So why'd you say something?
Because as much as her dad hates me, I can't let anything else bad happen to him. It would just kill her.
You did the right thing by getting McBain involved. But now you gotta smooth things over with Dani.
I know. I gotta make it right, but I don't even know how. She won't accept any of my calls. And now she's in there, but she doesn't want to be disturbed.
No, I don't believe that Tomas had anything to do with the syringe you and Nate found, okay? I don't think he's out to get your father.
Good. Because I don't believe that. God, Nate had no right to accuse him of that.
Sweetheart, don't be mad at Nate. He's only trying to protect your father, which is pretty remarkable considering how your father treated him before all this happened.
Yeah. Dad was pretty over the top about Nate.
You know, to be fair, I think there was more going on with your father than just him being overprotective.
What do you mean?
I overheard him on the phone a few times. It sounded like someone was pressuring him.
Who? About what?
I wish I knew. Because whoever it was, I think is the person who did this to him.
You know what's bothering me?
I can't even imagine.
Our relationship, or whatever this is, seems to be based around your ex-husband and my sister.
You know, you're right about that.
So that ends now.
And how do we do that?
I want to know about you, Blair. Who were you before you met Todd Manning? Who were you before that photo that I found of you on your wedding day?
Who was I before I met Todd Manning? I was, a gold digger. I did whatever I had to do for money. If that meant marrying the wealthiest, most powerful man in town, even though he was decades older than me and I couldn't stand him, I did it. I was hoping he would die so I could have his money.
Well, I'm sure you had your reasons.
It's my mother. She didn't raise me.
She was mentally ill most of her life, and I went from foster home to foster home. So I did whatever I had to do to make sure my mother was taken care of.
So whatever you did was justified.
Maybe. But having good reasons for doing bad things doesn't make it right now, does it?
I think it does.
Okay. So what bad things have you done for all the right reasons?
I knew I was right about your thing with Kelly. You know, it's rebound. Try to make you forget about Natalie. I really just don't understand how she could have lied to you all those months about the baby. What was she thinking?
I don't know. You're the shrink. You tell me.
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, she must have known that as soon as you found out the truth, you'd have every reason in the world to break up with her.
Yeah. But you know, for some reason, you think you're the one responsible for breaking us up. Why is that?
This tape is sensitive. But you need answers. And you don't want to betray Shane's trust, so let me do the dirty work. I'll listen to the tape for you.
You'd listen to our son's therapy session.
Yeah, why not? I mean, listen, I'll let you know if there's anything that you need to know. I'll tell you, and if there's nothing there, I won't. And then your hands are clean. That way you won't have any knowledge of anything that Shane doesn't want you to know.
Mom, did you check out the calls or anything? See where they were calling from?
Dani, you know me better than that. Of course I did.
What did you find?
It was a restricted number, and when I'd ask your father about it, he'd clam up. So, listen to me. Listen. All we can do is keep protecting him the way Nate was. And when he wakes up, we'll ask him who wanted him dead and why.
Yeah.
Dani, what is it? What is it, honey?
Mom, I know we haven't talked about this. Dad's been out a long time.
I know.
What do you think's going to happen? You still think he's going to wake up? Mom?
Are you sure?
What is it? What's going on? Is everything okay?
Everything's cool.
Okay.
I just want to tell Dani Nate's out here with me, and he's waiting to talk to you only if you want.
You should go talk to him. Okay? You should go talk to him, honey.
You're not going to answer me about Dad.
Listen to me. Your father's gonna wake up.
Okay?
So what'd she say?
Nothing.
How did she look? Did she look angry, upset,
I
happy?
did what I could. There's nothing else I can tell you.
Thanks for trying, Sean.
Nate.